Welcome to Bernard College Pacific. We're excited to work with you on this learning journey, starting with this course, Principles of Design in Education. My name is Dr. Karen Sorokin, and I'll be teaching and learning alongside you this term. During this brief video introduction, we'll be walking through a bit of the course content, tech navigation, and expectations for engagement. We'll start with the content of this course, a brief look at design thinking and liberatory design. Then we'll move into the course outcomes and a goal of our enduring understanding, essentially what we'll be taking into the future. After that, we'll take a quick tour of Canvas, our learning management system, and the resources we have to offer. We'll take a sneak peek at what our culminating project will look like or may look like, and then we'll quick touch on instructor and scholar commitments and other logistics about grading and communication. So let's get started looking at the content, what we're going to focus on over the next 16 weeks. This class is about principles of design in education and ways to solve complex human-centered design challenges. We'll be basing our learning and work on design thinking as practiced by Stanford's D School and liberatory design, a more equity-centered evolution of design thinking as created by leaders at the D School and the National Equity Project. On the left of this slide, we see the modes of design thinking, and they appear as an almost linear process. However, neither design thinking or liberatory design are linear. In fact, they're more organic, like we see here on the right, in this almost living, cyclical representation of the process that involves empathizing, defining, and inquiring to learn more about the challenges humans face in various contexts, imagining radical beyond-the-box solutions to those challenges, prototyping, which is essentially building scrappy prototypes to learn from, trying them with humans to seek iterative feedback, and then continuing on in the process. And then, of course, what we notice here in the center that happens throughout the cycle is noticing and reflecting, considering who we are, our lived experiences, identities, biases, values, and more. And we compare this to how we show up in our work with humans. Liberatory design also involves 12 mindsets to embrace when working and designing with humans. During this term, we'll learn about practice and imagine ways to work more closely with others, not only in support of designing to solve complex challenges, but in our relation to our others in life. In a nutshell, that's the big picture of what we'll be learning. Next, let's take a quick look at how we'll get there through our course outcomes. I invite each of us to take a few quiet moments to review these learning outcomes. These are what we'll be able to do by the end of this course. Please feel free to jot any questions you might have, and we can discuss them when we meet for our first class. Just to build on these outcomes, I like to think in terms of an enduring understanding 5, 10, or even more years ahead into the future. What do we want to be taking away from this course and our time together? For me, it would be that we continue to center and work with humans in the work of solving complex challenges. I hope this is where we'll be as a result of this course. So let's pivot a bit to talk about our learning management system, how to navigate it, and what we'll find in terms of resources and supports. This is the image of our course portal. When we click on this image, we'll be taken into the course. From there, the invitation is to begin the learning journey here at the introduction materials and resources. In the drop-down menu of that introduction, you'll see a welcome to the course, information about technology requirements for this and other Pacific courses. You'll find a video tutorial on how to use Canvas, and more. Spend some time here if you're new to Canvas. It will be time well spent. Then, after digging into the introductory materials, check out the modules that are currently published in Unit 1. Click the link to Week 1 and its overview and experience the layout of each week. In fact, this is the format you'll see throughout the term for this course. Just to summarize what we're looking at, each week we'll see a quick introduction to what we'll be learning and doing, a list of readings and links to them, and a list of assignments with links. These weekly overviews should match the course syllabus closely, but are likely to be more up to date based on the iterative nature of course design and my goal to best meet your learning needs. In other words, trust what's in Canvas over what you find in the syllabus. That said, one thing that will absolutely stay the same between the syllabus and Canvas is our culminating project. Let's take a quick look at what that might be in terms of the work we'll be doing. Basically, every week we'll engage in what are referred to as innovation activities. We'll use various liberatory design modes and mindsets as we complete these innovation activities. And we'll continue to refine and iterate on these throughout our course. These will all lead to one final project, the innovation portfolio. You'll find a sample or samples of culminating projects in Canvas on our course Wakelet, and we'll work with a timeline for building the portfolio throughout the course. In other words, it isn't an add-on at the end, it's a work in progress throughout our time together. So as we start to wrap up this introduction, I did want to quickly address what you'll see in the course syllabus regarding instructor and scholar commitments. As before, please take a few quiet moments to read and reflect on what we, as instructors, commit to, and what we invite you, as student scholars, to commit to. Again, we want very much to work together, alongside, with each of you, building relationships that support deep and more meaningful learning. We also want to work alongside, or capital WITH, with you in all things grading, feedback, and communication. That said, this is our first opportunity to share our philosophy on grading. In this class, we'll use alternative grading methods designed to support ongoing learning, continuous improvement, and long-term growth. To support that, we'll use no-point rubrics and assignment checklists to ensure that we're all on the same page about required assignment components. We'll engage in feedback loops using peer and instructor review and support. We'll see assignments scored complete, incomplete, with the ongoing invitation to iterate and resubmit for a complete, and more importantly, to learn and grow. And we'll invite you into the final assessment and grading process, where you'll reflect on your learning, growth, and work in the course, and we'll collaborate to determine final grades. Thanks so much for engaging in this short introductory video. Please feel free to return to it at any time in this course, cross-reference with the language in our course syllabus, and share your thoughts, questions, and iterative feedback as we move forward this term. One final note. Throughout our course, we'll be engaged in extending, refining, and deepening our learning. The invitation right now is for each of us to consider this question. What if? What if we lean in, start building relationships with each other now, and take some creative risks with our learning and work this term? What if our work here could translate to our work in education, the community, and the world? What might be the possibilities?